One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji.
Where do we come from?
It's been a while since we first set foot on Inazuma. So many things have happened since... Yeah, we've definitely made some progress on our journey. So, where should we go today? Huh? What? Hey! What the heck was that for? Doesn't want to talk, huh? Alright, let's convince him to calm down a little.
Huh? So you don't have a vision after all? Seems like I've mistaken you for someone else.
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person before you... No, wait! Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go attacking them.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kazuha? He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possessed... That's none of your business. Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting...
What the heck is this guy's problem? Well, one thing's for sure. No way are we telling him anything about Kazuha. Right? Paimon has a feeling, though, that even if this guy gets to challenge Kazuha to... Anyway, just to be on the safe side, we should go fight Kazuha right away. Oh? What kind of hunch? A special connection? You mean... Yeah, maybe a little. Anyway, there's no time to lose. Let's go tell... Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stocking up in Rito at the moment.
May I present?
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after... Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time, as soon as we entered the harbor, we ran into a huge crowd of Inazumans. If it's because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention. Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain.
Oh, so you...
I've heard bits and pieces. It's something about him blocking the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be? Really? Wow. When you put it like that, it all makes sense. In that case, he was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryo Commission. I thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendlier to him. Seems...
Just a little while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable. Thank you! Guess we'll go pay a...
All right then. I'll just stay here and carry on trying to fend off the crowd.
Merciless.
Oh? It's you.
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen. We invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of... Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, the Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor of the Kaidahara name. Regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed? In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the Shogun directly, responsible for upholding and further developing the traditional blade forging arts of the Almighty Shogun. But there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the Kaidahara and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight. We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui, attributing all of the blame to the Kamisato and Kaidahara clans. Considering Mr. Kaidahara has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma, the Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievements, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by him. In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the finding.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the all. However, would I be correct to assume that this magnanimous gesture...
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. With the Kaidahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaidaharas, you will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City with the Almighty...
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. I fear I would no longer feel at home behind the... Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaidahara and the art of blade...
I sense some hesitation in your work. Should you accept this offer, I imagine...
Malicious rumors? All we heard on the way here was so much praise that we almost went...
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaidahara really parried the show. Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, the falsehood that Kaidahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to...
What? But that doesn't make sense.
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is...
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable, but perhaps if the Shogunate is willing to publicly support me...
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought.
In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well...
Yikes! We nearly forgot about the most important thing!
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for me? No. My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We undergo rigorous training over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaedahara sword art. Focused on blade those forms are quite different from the more practical ones, typically—
All the more reason to watch your back! This guy?
Indeed. He sounds highly aggressive. Anyone he
In that case, I will send some men out immediately.
Thank you. I must say, I am now very curious about this matter. I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked him, then give you a conclusive—
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
The detective agency knows the most about what goes on in town. Let's see what Ryuji has to say. A quick question. Do you know if anyone around here has been looking for him?
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaedehara. I've heard—
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and would—
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Let me Mr. Kaedehara is currently the talk of the town, so there are all— To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain Mr. Kaedehara. Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these were more legitimate commissions, some—
Millions? Of mora? Whoa!
Please, accept my thanks.
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day life just for the sake— Sorry, I got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is, it doesn't— But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to connect this with—
Then let's put that connection aside for now. Have there been any other attacks or similar incidents recently? The Tenryou Commission had very few leads. I thought—
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But typically, if anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryou Commission would absolutely get involved.
Uh-oh. Looks like the trick—
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing it. Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now. I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, it would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured. For the poor victim, this would be a
Don't worry, we'll—
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaedehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what—
You flatter me. Truth be told,
You are much too humble. Don't worry, I completely understand your concerns. Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last few days. Let me tell you about it just in case.
sure. During times like
All right then. One of them is a pretty
Amanoma. Now there—
Right. Yuya, two grown men going missing at the same time. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is
Understood, though it seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this
Sure, can't hurt. We never know what—
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start by making some—
Sounds good. All the best with your investigation. I'll get moving.
Merciless.
If it isn't Kaedehara...
Huh? You two know each other?
Yes, the Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have always been deep links between the two clans. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respect. Let me quickly explain. The Raiden Gokaden was the collective term for the 5 most acclaimed bladesmiths. The techniques of blade making were personally bequeathed to the Raiden Gokaden by the almighty Shogun. And over time, unfortunately, a series of events led to the gradual decline of many clans in the bladesmithing trade.
So sad.
It is a great pity indeed. In the old days, we each had our specialties. And just as iron sharpens iron, so too did we learn much from each other. As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination. There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice, day in and day out. Until both As for the art of the Kaedehara clan, I believe it's called...
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind, for only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings.
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens...
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments. But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today, we hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is...
Ah, yes. My nephew. He didn't say a word before he left. Which is very... But I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance.
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look. I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that... Yes. Strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have caused it.
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon. He's never been particularly interested in blade forging. He is extraordinarily talented in martial arts, particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's profile.
What? No. Absolutely impossible. Yuya is not that kind of person. He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind.
Is that so?
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason. But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced, or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me. Anyway, should you find him, please let me know as soon as possible.
Don't worry. You have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato house.
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still...
No, you misunderstand us. We are here to help with the investigation.
Ah, I see. I thought... I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state.
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For example, Paimon's struggling to understand why a collector would be strapped for Mora.
That's a long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married.
Uh-oh, what happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them like he was in a trance. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts, I would divorce him and take the children with me.
Whoa!
And that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family. After I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family? Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a... And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses. The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone...
I see. Ame no Mayuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
At first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument, but my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
Maybe he was feeling the pressure from the debt.
I don't know. He just disappeared after the warehouse burned down. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our debts. Even though I'm still a little mad at him. We're a family. As long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to change so drastically over a short period. But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Ame no Mayuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument.
A little confusing.
Let's try a change of scenery and see. Rest assured, we'll notify you.
Thank you so much.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded. Though do you have any thoughts?
Well, Paimon was thinking that... Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
An interesting explanation. Ame no Mayuya is an expert on swords. He could have noticed some problematic details about maybe he recognized a blade as a fake, or a well-known stolen item. Either way, after arguing about it, the two men, they thought a fire would destroy everything. But then the Tenryou Commission began investigating, but it's a far-fetched theory. I can't imagine how they would have been able to reach an agreement. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Ame no Mayuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear. After the more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker. Namely, that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate...
Let's keep going. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and...
Okay.
Let's head out of the city and... Wait. I hear something,
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds as sketchy as that whole thing seems. You did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament, so...
Now I'm picking up a
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now. But I can still... It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami. Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation. We should remain vigilant and approach slowly.
So it's an underground warehouse.
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place. Judging from the concentration, I would have to conclude that the Tatarigami source resided here for a...
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself alone.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time. From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with.
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look. If we don't open this door, we can move You needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too scary!
All we can do now, two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami enters. Quiet your mind and focus on what you sense around you. From this point, the trail appears to split into two. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here, and seems to be dissipating slowly.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls! They're acting really strangely!
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Never dog goes out! Ugh! Look at this!
By the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink, well... According to this letter, a conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize a blade. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight.
So, where...
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Add to that the fact that its aura seems to have attracted a horde of monsters. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since... Yes. Right now, we need to uncover some more. If Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately, then the longer we take to find him, the more people...
Right! So let's get moving!
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey to the influence of the Tatarigami. For a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would be their pursuit of all the clues that at first seemed disparate and disconnected. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance, but also zeroes in...
Wait! You figured it out? So...
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish idea. I will only be able to confirm my suspicions. On with the search. We must stay
Merciless.
He seems to have stayed here for a long time.
Why here? Is there anything special about this place?
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several different... Show yourself!
Kaedehara Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! So what's your problem, huh? What could you...
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is Amenoma Yuya. But what if instead of facing Amenoma Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a... Whoa! Surely you don't mean...
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly affect any living... The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, or rather, as a means to occupy Amenoma.
You're sharper than I thought. Many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed as a descendant of the Kaedehara clan. You should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokai.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, his skill, he not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my own. In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
So... swords can become conscious?
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along. I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
So Amenoma Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that serve my mission. When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me.
You're up.
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenoma Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter. At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By Amenoma Yuya's body, I have found you, and by your hand, I shall defeat the Raiden Shogun. Kaedehara Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what is to come. Now.
One with my blade.
Let my name echo in song! Merciless. Into the void.
Do not stand in my way, or
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've looked.
lost. I can never lose. It is this body. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls, he is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take it. The end result is the same. I will end. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. By any means necessary, and any medium available.
Your fighting style. It is indeed the form, but from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Really? You can tell them?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings. Since the blade is currently possessing Amenoma Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded ambition. You believe I am your only hope.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches in that regard. Why would I ever need your help?
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can... Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. You were trapped. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectible.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Amenoma Yuya and make your...
And what of...
Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the greater your fear of losing everything you had achieved grew. But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since become a delusional fantasy.
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one step away.
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities, and even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have... Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art, but even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your bidding. How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art?
Silence, you blabbering fool! I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and the very purpose for which I was brought into being. I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called reality. It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaedahara clan.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet.
What? Surely you're not planning to.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. A taste of my power. Once we have dealt with them, we shall
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release.
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. The cursed blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense the power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions.
But
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you. We have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to accept.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. Now, take...
Kazuha?
I felt a little dizzy at first, but it's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably... If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, if he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to...
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers hearing about something from the since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever...
All right.
What about Amenoma Yuya?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet.
Are we sure this is a good idea? It's a pretty treacherous... Okay, fine.
Merciless. Merciless.
Time to go. Leave everything on this journey to me. Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
The very height.
One with nature!
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become fair. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can let...
Something else on your...
How strange. Rather than trying to... Let's keep going. Time to go.
It's my lucky day.
Into the wind. One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
It's my lucky day.
Into the wind.
The fairy.
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will...
But what would that do to Amon?
I will be careful with it. He's still trying to achieve... Time to go.
Cheap tricks.
Into the wind. The wind knows me. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
You win. This.
Are you okay? It looks like you were really struggling.
Yes. And
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again.
perhaps this time we'll finally have a...
True form? What are you talking? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk.
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma, it barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable, but regrettably we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I empathize. The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Huh? What's that supposed to
There they are. Take them down.
Where do they keep coming from? Yup. We can...
Don't worry. I'll use my own. It's just more of the...
It's my lucky day.
Into the wind.
There's more.
Time to go. The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
You fought way better with your own...
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, no one knew anything of my story throughout my travels. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you...
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not... Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, I can only... Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is. Perhaps...
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels. Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Skill, blade, determination, and desire. All these must be aligned in the practice of Ishino. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source of your mania. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constant.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an...
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since the moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back on his... You have known this for a long time.
He gave me everything. My life, my form. How could I possibly deny it? I said to him, do not worry from here on. How could...
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was transported to a bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively.
Wow. That was...
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art he spent the rest of his life in the forge. Not to vent his frustration and hatred, he felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how long or how hard the journey. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith.
So that's the... But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were warped by the Tatarigami.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was...
Shame it's too late now.
Yes, it is too late. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved, he seems to have calmed down, though.
When I look back at the past, I can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt I owed to him for giving me the gift of consciousness. But darkness and slaughter numbed the mind. Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition.
You are finally seeing reality.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, but I still cannot bring myself to forsake. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my...
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix!
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still...
His attitude has... What do you think, Kazuha?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. Alas, after that, he never rose from his sickbed again. Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in...
Oh? And who would be the...
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after... You must have plenty of reasons to both...
Understood. Then let's start by waking...
I see. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by release, if a duel can help to set this state of affairs, and I do not wish to be a mere victim in this.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the tenth.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention.
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony. Fearless.
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash. Yep, we still can't let our guard down. Even now, still. Even if he's way past the point of redemption. Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. Successor of Ishin art. Kaida
Successor of Amenoma art.
honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
One with nature. Time to go. The wind knows me. One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night. The wind knows me.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, in your head, his sense of savage cruelty has complete.
You also fought well. I'm sure there are a few things that I shall leave him to tell.
I must apologize to you for all.
You need not seek my forgiveness. Nor do I have the right to forgive you. It is too late for all of...
I do not wish for forgiveness. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a worthy successor in Kaedehara Kazuha. I beseech you, please.
Yes, I too trust Mr. Kaedehara.
Thank you. Success.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would like to... Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to go there?
I'm not sure, but I think...
It's you!
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thank...
A prized Ishin blade. Turned weapon that can... Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed... But I have some good news as well. Ryuji, from the Bonton Sango Detective Agency...
Really?
Yes. Badly wounded, and now that Hyuya is back, it seems like the final...
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the...
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me.
What? No way!
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. I have decided...
You... But... He...
Thank you. Okay. I am ready. Let us...
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything. You mean...
Yes, the cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
So, that's why his consciousness will disappear forever.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own action. Only in the final moments, before his...
Seems like he really...
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes. Then I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my... Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something in your quest to face the gods, and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, God.
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance when...
Wait! Shouldn't we also go update Kujo-kan?
Oh, you're right. And it's also time to give him a response to the...
Fearless.
You've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanome Yuya should conclude soon. I do not...
Wow, you sure kept your...
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon crafted using a long-lost blade. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations.
I see.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya.
You misunderstand. That was most...
I am aware, but I still desire to continue.
Very well. I can understand. Then let's however, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate.
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next?
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again. As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
You must have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation with Nahida. I'm always ready to ask her a million more questions, but... Like... And as for your sister... So many questions. Let's go find Nahida and see what else we can find out.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand?
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you?
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay, but...
Did one of them just mention Tatarasuna? Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for some? Great! Let's go find out what this
Alright, I guess I'll go with... if only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know about.
Oh, you're the
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe-
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about... This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and
Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda... Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over-
I see. My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But
if you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep...
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace.
So first this strange person goes missing.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it... It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the Government Records Office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live it even back then. Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough...
Wait, so there are two missing people?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the...
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah,
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the kabuki mono was not a human.
A puppet?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces,
No, Paimon just meant,
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be...
Oh, And please read my essay Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue?
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting...
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now.
All right, thank you. If you find out any...
Hey, so that thing they were... Okay, then even if we did know something about it, after all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super... If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. Ah! Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like... the Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see. Merciless. Merciless. Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the Balladeers. Did he escape or... Ah!
Sure enough.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, it was my idea to set the Balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna... A deal?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you... But if that's the case, why haven't you done...
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries...
So if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking...
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let...
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment.
Don't you dare try to drive away... As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's...
Well, I, for one, have no reason to doubt you. Considering you...
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Wait a second. Former? You mean, he's the... I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And so as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a...
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection.
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear. Don't you? And they're your...
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, then let's put that discussion to the side for now. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we...
All right. Then I'll do what...
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you serious about this? Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit. Yes. As I told you once before, There's information. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twins' details in the Descender category. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one, he was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces the amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, so I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information. Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him! I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an attempt. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it. It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it. Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do? I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf, even though he only has a fraction of his full power left. That's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside. Great. Prepare yourselves. Wow. It looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets—
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. I know there are many grievances between you. Fine. Let's call it true.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and...
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you this.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy!
We can start now.
Irminsul access grip. Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him! Wow! So... Irminsul. Ooh, Paimon's never seen anything like this, and it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so did go running off and... What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge...
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it.
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him.
The rest is up to you. If you discover any...
Will do.
For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk? Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends.
Paimon's never tried this before. So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to...
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers. Well done. Smart and attentive as always. So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true.
Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out...
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if...
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatars...
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on...
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of...
Oh? How interesting. Those two...
So the Gese got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved. Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation. Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So...
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in
Wait! How did you know about that?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. Huh?
This light. It looks similar to those.
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement! You have to.
Shh! Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace.
Is that so?
It's.
Whoa!
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving skills, blood, dreams.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside him.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable.
So you say, Escher.
My good sir.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected, because I didn't want to speculate. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke, mounting production problems, and recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does.
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher.
But after all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor...
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine.
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat?
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And I'm in charge here. And I'm about—
Judging from the look in your eyes, you—
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you are, I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where
you...
You're a little smarter. I thought I'd disguise myself exceptionally. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatara Suna.
Did you really think you would be able—
If you kill me, there's no one who—
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but...
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But...
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui Harbinger. Call me the
The Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience.
That's it. That's why you gave us your cursed technology?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead.
If you give him my heart, he has nothing to prove to him.
What a beautiful way to see the world. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? Mr. Niwa? Jester, I have completed the task you gave me, creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our...
Hey,
Dottore. Good.
was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine? But why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit...
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
Let's give him some space. He looks really...
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
I'm still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps so now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic answered. Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for. He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a curse. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer...
Holy moly! So the doctor killed an innocent man?
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost... It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Tevat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was the reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul, it might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was her plus. She only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your sister for a time. I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, did you get all that, Lesser Lord?
Yes.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now. Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power, I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like give me your hand. Can you hear my voice inside your head? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, so tell me, in this world, done.
Huh? What happened?
Nothing. I was just... So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimon, those who died in Tatarasuna because of me, deserve another...
Hey! Balladeer!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time.
Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Oh no!
Oh,
Nihida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now?
It was the Balladeer's fault.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here. We're running out of time.
We're out! And we're at...
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you. I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with.
An emergency?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really... He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible, right? You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff, it's like... Imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it. So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon's so Sorry, Paimon accidentally... But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul? Paimon, there's no way he'll actually... There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But, so, how about, Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Andrean chili chicken! Also, Adeptus Temptation golden shrimp balls. What do we... Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she would... Is that a food, too? What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon... So, the balladeer. Is that someone's name? Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Ah, it's been a while. Of course. Go ahead. Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of the art of forging practiced by these 5 clans, was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches to most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline. And for a long... But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present.
Oh yeah, we were! We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then too.
That, my friend... In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, there is no harm in telling you. But I must warn, the Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage.
Vengeful?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatara Suna's furnace. One brave swordsmith Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives. Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphaned son was left to fend for himself. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places. On to the next stop. Lead the... We're here!
Traveler, it's been a while. If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is...
Are they out on...
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so...
We'll be heading in then.
Hello, dears. Is there something... Of course, traveler. What would you like to know? Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato, as for the commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed.
So pretty much business and...
Very much.
Well, got any more questions?
You're very welcome. In fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit more often. But I'm sure you must be far too busy to have time for that. Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend, and she's always saying how talented you are and how much she admires. I must say, many...
All right, goodbye for now. We're great. Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry.
All right, then.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep. Everything's taken care of now.
Very well.
Merciless. Never dog goes out. Fearless. Strike a pose. Merciless. Into the void. This body belongs to ice and snow. Nice. I like the rain. Fearless. The show begins. Merciless. How brilliant! Merciless. May I Merciless.
Well, here we are. But what
Do my eyes deceive me, or is
Xavier? What are you doing here?
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me.
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here, and if there's anything you want to know, just ask away. Like the back of my hand. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? The tale, I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation, goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier?
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been prepared.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a... Sure, go ahead. A kabuki mono?
I do know the word. Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, but sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatara Suna... Of course!
Oh, we're leaving?
Oh, you're most welcome. More farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. Hey, alright, let's head...
Hey, it's them!
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Indeed we are. If you have...
We have time. What if...
It's the same topic we discussed last time.
Still looking for more info about Tatara Suna, huh?
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress. Huh? Oh.
I presume you'll want to read mine as...
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Traveler, remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just...
What did you find out?
It's a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma, and...
Wow, so many.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Amanoma clan. Ugh. So there's no...
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge.
Yes, okay, point taken.
And they're back at it.
Oh, so sorry. Look at...
You're welcome. See ya.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do. Merciless. Nahida, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon.
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time.
The balladeer? You look troubled. Traveler?
Hey, what's wrong? You look so...
That's quite... So, this puppet known as the balladeer...
But how is he even...
As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we... Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the...
So, you believe this person really existed? And we just don't remember him?
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. The Traveler comes from a world beyond Tevat. That's why there's no information about him in Irminsul. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it?
I can only make inferences based on... Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share? It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right? Once the balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, he couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to. The story makes sense. Every part of it. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but...
Please wait a moment. I want it... Found it. This should be the one. It turns out that I have a string...
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
Is this a fairy tale?
I authored this record myself.
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has some...
When combined with the Traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory.
Hold on. So this record survived from...
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the Kabuki-mono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess that's incredible! And sending the Traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew he'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one he told us. The now erased life of the balladeer. There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree, who had been abandoned by the human. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender, and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like Gop. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flame, a gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no...
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the balladeer's story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be to become a god. He was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his... I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished, like...
The balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail. That Conria was... We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around, but still...
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, so the answer is not everything. People, when you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there. God, and that is what you have...
Yeah, Nahita's right. Cheer up!
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take him out for a walk to clear his head?
You got it! Come on, Traveler! You need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk. Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar! That'll be sure to lift our spirit. It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up. We're here! What should we eat first? figured it all out. Why'd you jump?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look.
Hey! Hey, wait!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid! Didn't you see? Little rat. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or is the big...
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep... I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon...
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything.
You're welcome, I guess. But...
leave it to me. I'll find some more.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said you don't want money. You don't take days off.
That's right. We can talk more about that later.
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stay out of sight.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what do we... Oh, all right.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back. Huh? You two over there. Is there some... You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have... have we met before? No, we haven't met. I have no recollection.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your...
A puppet?
Huh?
You were right.
I guess you do know me after all. That is... Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure... Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm. And he let me...
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with...
Then let's return to the...
Here you go, boss.
Oh, you really went and picked some more?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not... But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even
But I don't... No. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking...
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the...
Thank you. All right, done.
What's wrong? Huh?
Hello. I do apologize for.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything.
You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way.
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, but these two claim that they know me. And that I have.
I wouldn't call it the past, but I don't like to rely on using terms like this often. But in your case.
Oh, like a past?
Yes. Something far more distant than the past. So far away that you.
Okay, I have to ask. Oh, you want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous. If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as, but I'll be able to handle it.
Is truth something you care about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you nearly died because of what other people did. And many died because of you. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed.
In terms of the outcome alone.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time.
That is the nature of truth.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most
We're not trying to.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to.
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy. He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk!
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom.
Yes, it's all true. I can even.
Please, I want to see them for myself.
Even though it will cause your presence.
I'm just a puppet. With no heart.
Very well.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on.
Oh, good point. Given your, unique.
Understood.
Thank you.
This looks like...
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information. These memories will show you the raw truth.
Sounds like an immersive experience.
You don't need to do this for me.
We never give up halfway. Well...
Alright.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation.
Is that because this is kind...
You could say that.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work. There's someone passing. You're awake. What happened? Not a scratch.
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa.
And the rest is history.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed.
Let me get you out of here.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, as the second in command at Tatarasuna. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once said.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabuki Mono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
Merciless.
Huh? What are we doing back here?
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died. He kept coughing all the time, just like me.
But you can't. You.
Yup, we're family now.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to—
What happened to the child?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no... The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends.
Let's keep going.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I believe what you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or continue to dread endlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Fearless.
A touch of frost.
May I Merciless. And never star goes out.
This place is dark.
Paimon knows this place.
In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered
such a creepy atmosphere. Hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me?
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but perhaps you find fighting in the abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time?
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep...
Save your breath.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still... Look at you. Old by then. See you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue?
The plot does not end here. There's...
Yes.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results and your own interests. Isn't that right? Witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're a...
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru. Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project.
Welcome. I look...
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that
The biological transformation is a lengthy process, as...
Nothing worse than what I...
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to Alas, after that, you were under...
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they'd think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiment?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche.
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeep.
Let's move on.
You're a god. Do you think...
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then...
In your eyes, are there any differences?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved...
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim, no matter the consequences. I won't run for... Can you return my memories?
Huh? But, what?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. Are you sure you want to...
I've lived with a void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, but then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to... I've always felt I haven't, so I beg you.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you. You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Set him free?
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright? No way!
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end. rises. Feeble human! Quit following me. Behold! You're dead! The wind rises. At my command, you shall fall. I'm used to this. Squall and fury. Insignificant task. Wretched vermin. Imbecile!
It disappeared?
What did you expect? I'd never.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your. Wait! But it was you inside that thing, too!
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am. You sound like you're concerned, but don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success.
Come on. Let's go.
Welcome back, traveler. Paimon.
It feels like.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking. After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui. And they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people. And they might not even remember.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but
that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you're changing the world, changing the past, changing the fate. What you were looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed.
Do you regret doing all that when you...
Even if I'm completely worthless, Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't...
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire...
Why would you go to such lengths?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you off, but before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. Oh, right. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in Traveler. In the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply, and including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly? I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, so that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how? Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops, and some things in this world can never be brought back. Everything that you feel is real and lasting. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose.
But humans can't live without a heart.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for...
Everything's ended up...
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal.
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick it.
Why?
Because Paimon...
Then I hope we don't...
A name is life's first gift. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name...
No! Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious...
Have you got anything? Are you sure? Oh, all right.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
What about a nickname? Take your time. I don't need this. Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer.
You mean the Fatui?
The doctor.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe...
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being, even though the events have been erased from...
I see.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it always should have been. What's that look for? Don't make that day will come. All right. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living in an...
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, so we can finally go eat...
Thank you both. I hope you will...
I've got it! I can end my novel.
You mean because everyone else in the story...
Yeah! I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died. The dark clouds had dissipated. Then, one night, as an old man, he had all these expressions of joy, melted down in the furnace fire, and turned into red clouds that rallied around. Life is a story too long.
A reward on the road.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back. Wow! Huh? Look at the vid. Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? But Paimon doesn't remember.
You sound lost and confused. I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this...
Huh? Is there someone...
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance, but when a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. Like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase.
Who are you? How do you know?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can.
The voice has disappeared. And who the heck was that? Anyway, that feels wrong just leaving it there. Strike a pose!
I will lead us to victory.
May I present?
Your hard work is paying off, as it should. Fearless. Into the void! Fearless.
Swift and merciful.
Merciless. Paradigm shift. Fearless. Into the void! Fearless! Merciless! Fearless! Paradigm shift! Merciless!
frost!
May I present?
Fearless. Merciless. Paradigm shift.
Swift and merciless!
How brilliant!
Strike. Merciless. Another star goes out. Merciless.
One with my blade!
Quiver. Merciless.
I am the knave, Arlecchino, fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. The children of the House of the Hearth call me Father. I do hope our partnership proves to be a pleasant one, although I would imagine that should be fairly easy. After all, there's no cause for contention between us at the moment. Wouldn't you agree?
Official, Princess and...
This will be a productive partnership. What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please.
A touch of frost. One with my blade. Merciless.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Merciless.
There's still a long road ahead.
No need to fret. I shall handle this.
Coming!
Don't we have a job to do?
Judgment!
I created another universe and founded paradise, for I fished